Hey, what's up, everybody? It's James Campbell, your Motor City Rockers in-arena host, back again with another episode of 5 Minutes in the Box. This time I'm joined by Tristan Wells. Tristan, how's it going?
Good, and you?
Not too bad, man. Can't complain, can't complain. Now, I know back when they announced you were coming back to the team, again, social media blew up. The fans are excited to know that you're back on the team. Give us a little bit of history, because I know you were on the Rockers last season. Like, what's kind of your hockey journey been?
Oh yeah, I started with the Rockers around last Thanksgiving, and I got the pleasure to play with them for the rest of the last season. And then I started this year in Macon in the SPHL, and when things didn't work out there, I was pretty excited to get back there to Motor City and get back home with all the boys.
Awesome, man. Well, we're happy to see you back, and the fans are happy to see you back. What's some stuff that you do outside of playing hockey, like hobbies and things like that?
Recently, me and the guys have been going to the sauna at the gym a
Yeah?
lot. Yeah, a lot of sauna time. Hop in there for about 20, 30, and then jump in the cold shower afterwards. That's been pretty sweet. Now, besides that, we've been just watching hockey and hanging out kind of in the evenings.
Hanging out?
Yeah.
So the sauna thing, like what do you enjoy? Is that like good recovery from practice, or is it just a good way to relax?
You know, I'm not really sure what the science is behind it, but it's just a good way to get a sweat going, get everything out of you, and I don't know, just hopping in the cold shower afterwards, super refreshing. I couldn't tell you what it does, but it does something for you.
I know you're from Denver originally, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So from Denver to you're down in Macon, that's Georgia. Now you're in the Motor City area.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite place? Like, do you prefer always to be home, or do you mind being away?
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I get to come home in the summer and be with my family and friends. So I definitely love Denver. And that's probably where I call home. But, you know, Detroit's got to become a second home to me. I certainly like it here. It's a nice, gritty winter.
Yeah, it is. It is a very gritty winter. So, dude, first game back on the Rockers. You started things off with the bang. Hat trick on the first game back. How does that feel, man?
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It felt great. Yeah.
Very cool. You spend a lot of time watching hockey. So are you watching like NHL, like rooting for a team, or are you watching like game tape to try to see how you can be better as a player? Like, what kind of stuff are you watching in terms of hockey?
Like I think a lot of the guys on the team will watch their own individual game back. That's kind of something you do as an individual. But, you know, sometimes we'll sit down as a team and watch that, and we'll do video as well as a team. It's kind of break down concepts that we need to master, as well as kind of the strategies and for. But your boys aren't too bad either.
Yeah, they're doing okay. So last year on the team with the Rockers, you were teammates, you know, with J-Mo Milan. How does it feel now that he's coach?
Fitting. Yeah, it feels really fitting. I think a lot of guys look to him to set certain standards and kind of give guys advice on how to play things and how to act in certain situations. And he's just got so much experience and is such a veteran guy that, you know, you can take pretty much anything he's got to say as word. That's how it's done.
It's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah, I think when they announced also, you know, when J-Mo was taking over the head coach, like fans online rejoiced. It was very positive feedback on that. So
the right guy for the job.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to say? You want to add?
No. Happy to be back here.
Okay.
Glad to be back with all the Rockers fans. Excited to get back for a home game.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, good luck this weekend.
Nice,
we appreciate you taking the time.
Of course. Thank you.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, here on the Rockers Media Network, getting ready for the second period, tied at 2, and the long drink presents the second period. The second period is known as the period of the long change, so naturally, the perfect drink to go with it, the long drink. Sparkling refreshment, real liquor. Try one today. 2-2 game. It's been a high-flying affair. And I don't expect it to slow it down the way Watertown plays. Shots in that first period were 18-11 in favor of Watertown. Rockers going left to right, Wolves right to left. Wolves win the first draw of the second period. A couple of D-men in their own zone to Whalen, backhand, and Milam gets in front of it. Wells can't baseball swing and knock it towards the Wolves' end, but Purple Sweaters control it. Milam along the near side boards. Wells got a piece of it, but couldn't do anything with it. Gaeta back in his own end. Two-line pass broken up by Milam, racing to the near side. Whalen Rivers in the far corner. He takes his time, spins around, leaves it for Nick McGill-Diaz. Wells pressured by Whalen. Watertown's been very aggressive on the forecheck. It's helped them and it's hurt them. It caused the shorthanded goal and it gave up a 3-on-1 that led to Kabatayev's goal. Smith keeps it in, shot wide of the net. Patted away anyway by Bouchard. Oh, excuse me, there was a goalie change during that intermission. Anton Borodkin has checked in. He is in for Watertown. It's still Sommerfeld in net. 2-on-1, going the other way. Smith on the forehand shot, lifted up into the netting. 18:35 to go, second period, 2-2 game. Now, I don't see, it's hard to tell from my vantage point, I don't see Bouchard on the bench. Well, Borodkin, he was fantastic a night ago. He shot 37 shots out of 40 faced. Blaisdell can't keep it in the zone. Backhand feed, Smith settles it in into the offensive zone. Smith looked for Corrigan and he was just a bit off. Ryder trying to keep it in the Rockers' possession. Smith comes to help out, pass broken up, and it's touched in the offensive zone, and offsides the call. Fans always got to remind you if your sides are a little off, Great Clips can put them on sides. Located in Roseville, Great Clips, the official hair cutter of your Motor City Rockers. Botterill had it off the draw, had it poked away. Taken away, Stevens. Him and Gagnon nearly collided, not quite on the same wavelength. Guides it around the boards to the near side. Feed right to the tape. And nice job by Blaisdell, quickly neutralizing the threat. Blaisdell, that was a great display. Carter Thornton didn't have much of a chance. In close, Stevens takes a whack at it. Banks it to Gagnon out in front, and Kabatayev couldn't get much on the shot. 17:26 to go in the second period, 2-2 hockey game. Henning over to Blaisdell. Slides to Stevens, one-touch Gagnon. Over the first two, now all three lines. Horseshoes around the boards. Wolves the first one there. Pressure comes, knocks it back to a purple sweater. In the midst of a line change, Wolves get possession. In the offensive zone, Klink shot, rebound loose on the near side, and Gullo picks it up. Drop pass near side. Rotundi gives ahead. Wells chips ahead. Gullo races after it. Erdman, they said he could have played it. No icing called. Jabari over center ice into the offensive zone. Forward puts on the brakes, and he'll put it back at his own blue line. In their own end, Graspy, D-to-D pass, far side. Pressure comes from Rivers. He takes the puck away. Battling forward in the corner, keeps it in deep. Cullo comes to assist, but it slides over to Graspy nonetheless. Gaeta, right wing. Quick shot, slides wide of the net. Gaeta picks up the loose puck. Rotundi pressuring. Back to the point. Ludlow Harris Jr. Shot lifted way wide of the net. Whalen keeps it in at the blue line. Pressure comes, chips past a charging Chris Corrigan. Penalty coming. And for the first time tonight, the Rockers are going down a man. 15:42 to go in the second period. And Ryan Rotundi will head to the box. He picks up 2 for hooking. So Rockers down a man. They started last night on the PK. Penalty kill's been pretty strong. They've given up 2 special teams goals this weekend, but they've both been shorthanded goals. Penalty kill unit out there, and Watertown will control the draw. 2 minutes on the board for Ryan Rotundi. Graspy at the point to the near side. Klink returns to Graspy, takes his time. Shot right into the belly of Summerfelt. And a quick whistle. 146 still on the board for Rotundi. Far dot draw. Gullo and Klink, clean win for Gullo. Miguel Diaz picks it up. Can he get the clear? He does, down the length of the ice, bounces by Lord's stick. Quick play by Borodkin. Graspy has it on the stick. 30 seconds into the Rotundi hooking minor. Gaeta up the left side. He stick handled himself into submission. Milam knocked it loose. Diagonal dump in. Rivers will chase. He cuts off Lord, trying to keep it pinned on the far boards. The Rockers change behind him. Rivers hustling to the bench. Avery Smith will give him a reprieve. Lord on the near side. Had it poked away, and Avery Smith will skate in neutral ice. Minute left to go in the Rotundi minor. Smith taking his time, rink-wide feed. Adam Kuhn out there, he cuts off, allows Blaisdell to walk into the offensive zone. Rockers not really looking to score, just to melt some time away. Blaisdell still has it on the stick. In close, Smith tapped it wide. Rockers very disciplined. Smith working real hard. What a shift for Avery Smith. Colton over to Kuhn, back to Blaisdell. This unit right now putting on clinic tape. Shot from 3/4 of the ice for Josh Colton. 20 seconds left to go in the penalty kill, but heck, there's been more time spent in the Wolves' end than the Rockers' end. Taken away again, look out, here comes Brad Ryder, shorthanded, saved by Borodkin. Ryder chips it ahead, but Rotundi will race out of the box. A stellar penalty kill for Motor City. Came into the weekend 4th best in the FPHL and has only gotten stronger. Harris Jr. behind the net, slides along, puck hops up, 13:25 to go, second period, still 2-2, haven't had a goal this period. Keeping it in the Wolves zone, Corrigan guides it into the corner, Gagnon throws the body around, and we have another delayed penalty. They're gonna get Gagnon as Harris Jr. was slow to get up. Gagnon will come touch. And we'll get 2 for boarding as we head to our first media timeout. 13:04 to go in the second period. Still 2-2. Rockers going down a man again. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Up in front, shut scores! Number one, now shut scores! Here we go, Snitson, and we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, this is Avery Smith from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
Back here on the Rockers Media Network, appreciate everyone out there supporting their Rockers from all over Metro Detroit, all over the state of Michigan, and all over the globe. Got fans out. Leanne Stone watching from Perth, Australia, from the land down under. Hoping to cheer on the Rockers to a victory. 13:04 in the second period, 2-2 game. 2 on the board for Sam Gagnon. He picked up the penalty for boarding, and the Rockers going right back on the penalty kill. They had a heck of a 2 minutes down a player when Rotundi was in the box. Rivers did a nice job on the PK that last unit. Avery Smith, I think, had the him and Ryder had some nice shifts out there. Ryder had a shorthanded opportunity. Already 26 seconds elapsed in the boarding minor to Gagnon. No shots on net for Watertown, and a tripping call, and we're going to 4-on-4 hockey. They will get the big man for Watertown. Heading to the box, Quinn Shevers. And he is not going to go without giving the official his 2 cents. Jordan Crable is having a nice conversation with Shevers. So there will be a 31-second Continental Electric Products power play in about a minute and a half. The 4-on-4 hockey, ice is open. We'll say this is a chance for Watertown to make things dangerous. Wolves in their own end. Graspy surveys the scene. Rockers gliding back. One of the things they wanted to do is be a little more defensively minded, disciplined in their own end. Lord, shot deflected by Milam. The coach getting his body in the way. Quick shot and a save. Lord had another look at it. Lord swings and misses. McGill Diaz, he's wheeling down the near side. Drop past Rivers, right wing circle, cross the way, and Miguel Diaz couldn't get any wood on it. Gullo, shot saved by Baratkin. He came in at the start of the second period. Elwha Bouchard got the start. And I don't know if it was a coach's decision or he was unable to play in the second, but Baratkin coming in cold. 38 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Gullo goes down, and we're going to get a rare 4-on-3, a hooking call against Watertown. And Trevor Graspy, he's going to start serving his sentence as soon as possible. 11:39 to go in the second period, 2-2. And Trevor Lord is not happy with the officials as he skates to the bench. So there's 36 seconds left until Sam Gagnon comes out. If the Rockers don't score in the next 36 seconds, it will be about a 32-second 5-on-3. 4-on-3 at the moment. Corrigan wins the draw. Blaisdell centers the puck. Near side Ryder. First game back with Motor City along with Corrigan. He got the scoring started. Bottom of the right wing circle. Chris Corrigan behind the net. 23 seconds till Gagnon comes out. Colton over to Blaisdell, returns to Colton. Sets it up, left side, Corrigan. Pressure comes. 13 till Gagnon comes out for an abbreviated 5-on-3 Continental Electric Products power play. Corrigan to Blaisdell. Taking their time. To the middle, Colton, right side. Across the way, quick shot, and it's deflected before it reaches Baratkin. 25 seconds of 5-on-3, shot and a save, and the Rockers will at least get to set up the 5 power play men they want out there. 24 seconds left to go in the Shevers minor penalty. 1:16 left to go in the Graspy hooking minor. 10:55 to go in the second period. Stevens, Rivers, Gullo, Milam, and McGill Diaz out there for Motor City. Gullo to take the draw. Staring across Stephen Klink, clean win to the coach Milam. He netted a power play goal a night ago to McGill Diaz. He walks it up back to the left side. One-timer sticked away by Baratkin. 13 seconds till it's 5-on-4. Across the way, Rivers to the middle. McGill Diaz shot, saved. It was deflected just wide of the net. Shevers coming out in 5 seconds. McGill Diaz, right side. Rivers knocked away, another shot, and it's frozen by Baratkin. A couple times he closed the door on the 5-hole just in the nick of time a night ago. A repeat performance here in the middle frame. 5-on-4 Continental Electric Products power play. 51 seconds until Trevor Graspy comes out of the sin bin. 2-2 game. Been deadlocked since about the midway point, just past the midway point of the first period. Klink gets the boot. Trevor Lord will tag him out. Gullo to the far side. Milam on his horse, keeps it in. Coach banks it to Wells. On the far half wall, spins around. Errant pass. Henning. Short feed to Derschel. In front, Rivers hops up to the far side. 36 seconds left to go towards the five-a-side hockey. A stick was lost. It's regained. It was a Watertown stick. Near side, Rivers. Rockers trying to set it up for the final half minute or so. Back to the near point, McGill Diaz, he lost it. Uh-oh. Trevor Lord, you don't like to see this. One-on-one, Sommerfeld save, rebound, scores. Second shorthanded goal of the night, third of the weekend, and the Wolves have the lead. Sommerfeld made the initial save, and you can't really be upset with him for giving up the rebound. As Trevor Lord is 21st of the season. Watertown on top, and here's the look, there's the save, and the rebound couldn't have been put on a tee any better. So right now the difference between a one-goal lead and a one-goal deficit, a pair of shorthanded goals for the Watertown Wolves. Coming into tonight, including last night's contest. Real quick, Corrigan shot saved by Baradkin. Including last night's contest, the Rockers 0-7 this year when giving up a shorthanded goal. 9:46 to go in the second period. Rockers chasing one. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hey, band members. Follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam,
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels.
Hey, this is Josh Cullen from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
Back here at Big Boy Arena, it's a 3-2 Watertown lead. Let's see what's going on around the Fed. Binghamton, oh my goodness, holy cow, 11-3 over the Venom. 3-1 Port Huron leads Danbury. Carolina over Mississippi 2-1. Columbus with the one-goal edge over Blue Ridge, and Danville and Athens just dropped the puck, still zeros. Final few moments of the Continental Electric Products power play. Chip just wide of the net. Ryder nearly got his first one back in the purple and black. Right out of the box. And Botterill got it from Graspy. Slides wide to Sommerfeld. Newman missed wide of the net. Far side, Ludlow Harris Jr. took it over. Ryder to Smith. He's one-on-one with Graspy, the cavalry behind him. Pass across Colton from a tough angle shot, saved by the left shoulder of Anton Baradkin. He hasn't given up a goal in this one. He came in to start the second period. He has stopped all 6 shots he's faced. $9:12 to go, middle period. Rockers looking for the equalizer. It's the first time they've trailed this evening. An awkward face-off draw, and I don't know if the linesman just fumbled it. Doesn't look like Gabe Kuffle's going to kick anyone out. And there's a more clean draw and a nice win for the Rockers. Blaisdell shot tipped wide of the net. Avery Smith out in front, and it goes back to the point I made at the end of the first period about what Coach Jamison Milam was talking about. Smith in front of the net, he got a piece of it. Listen, you can't really control where it's going. Just get a piece of it, and eventually over the long term, being process-based, not results-based, it will find its way in, and that was a nice tip by Smith. Just didn't go in the way he wanted it to. Wolves in their own end, taking their time. In their own end, Henning slides across to Dershel, and Corrigan was able to get in front of it, break up the pass, and the Rockers can get a full change. Kapatayev couldn't knock it away. Flips all the way to Will Campbell, the rookie. Diagonal feed over the backhand of Gagnon. He hustles, but he can't get it there before Dustin Henning. Stevens into the offensive zone. On the backhand, he goes down, no arm goes up. Rockers wanted a penalty, they won't get it. Dabari, 3-on-2. He's taking his time. Pass broken up, Gagnon on the back check. Quick shot saved by the chest of Bryn Sommerfeld. Will Campbell. He was looking for Rotunda. He chipped it ahead, couldn't do much with it. Wolves working the other way. Whalen in the offensive zone. Shot punched away by Sommerfeld. Lord working between the circles. Shot lifted over the crossbar. Rebound didn't find its way to Sommerfeld. Into neutral ice, Rivers pokes it, collects. He's outmanned. He puts on the brakes. Far away, Nick McGill-Diaz. Chips on net, tip, rebound, Stevens over to Rivers, and Baratkin didn't even need to make a save. Another opportunity by the wayside for the Rockers to tie it. Sommerfeld thought he was going to get an icing, did not. Nearly turned it over. Rivers in his own end. He's had an extended shift. Slides it to the center ice logo. 6:50 to go in the second period, 3-2. Watertown leads Motor City. 2 short-handed goals right now, the difference. That puck flirted with the protective netting, stayed in. Loose in the left wing circle, up and out of the zone, 2-on-1. Botero passed just a bit behind him. Carter Thornton couldn't find it. We get a whistle, and it looks like the Rockers are going back on the man advantage. Erdman going to the box. So they'll get 2 for roughing to Ian Erdman, and while I'm glad to see the Rockers go on the Continental Electric Products power play, proudly made in Michigan, Continental Electric Products provide power solutions to industry. Continental, a premier partner, my goodness, I'd like to use my words, a premier partner of the Motor City Rockers. While I'd like to be excited they're on the power play, they're -2 on the power play tonight. Now, no time like the present to get one back. Blaisdell, quick shot deflected in front, scramble, and the Wolves come away with it. Colton can't cut it off. It's cleared down the length of the ice. 6:20 to go in the second period. Rockers trailing by a goal. With Ian Erdman serving the sentence for roughing. Smith, right side. Colton, rink wide feed. Smith, one touch. Blaisdell, bottom of the right wing circle. Colton, and it's broken up by Ludlow Harris Jr. Out of the zone once again. 1:25 left to go in the man advantage. Blaisdell to Smith. Works his way into the zone. On the backhand, Smith spins back around. He's bringing a gravity of players. Quick shot, rebound, sitting between the hash marks, and it's sent out of the zone. Oh, there have been a few times that rebound has been sitting there looking so enticing. There just hasn't been a purple sweater close enough to the puck. McGill-Diaz to the offensive end. Guides ahead, Gullo behind the net. Chips to the near side. Smith back to Gullo behind the net. Finds Eli Rivers, 45 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Gullo, hands back to Rivers. And he turned it over. Milam kept it in to the left side. McGill-Diaz fakes the slap shot. Rivers tees it up, shot saved, rebound scramble, still with it behind the net. Milam The coach to the far side, 25 seconds to go in the power play. A turnover and nearly a breakaway for Trevor Lord. 17 seconds to go, shot saved. 4:46 to go in the second period. 3-2, Watertown on top. Motor City trying to find the equalizer. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. One thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam.
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels.
Hey, this is TJ Sneed from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
3-2, Watertown leads Motor City here on the Rockers Media Network. Real quick before we resume the action, we need to wish a very special 65th birthday to one of our own, Charlie Watson. Well, there's Velcro Charlie. He's been all around the rink. A big happy birthday to him. He has been wonderful to work with. Happy birthday to him. Hopefully the Rockers can deliver him a win on his 65th. Power play coming to a close. And, well, the Rockers come up with nothing. Last couple of power plays, they were -1. 4:20 to go, second period, 3-2 Watertown. Motor City's had opportunities, but a tip of the cap this weekend to Anton Borodkin. He's been very solid between the pipes for the Wolves. Gagnon races ahead. Graspy gets there first. Ooh, Gagnon a little hard into the boards. Feed couldn't find Kabatayev. Rotundi's shot deflected, and it slides to the right wing circle. Harris Jr. far side, and Thornton, he'll look skyward. Didn't like the way it bounced off his stick. He tried to adjust the curve instantly. Ryder works around one. Wolf, he has two more tracking him down. He'll shovel it in deep. Smith behind the net, battling for it. In the far corner. Big Avery Smith. Stick fell to the ice. Ryder fighting for it on the half wall. Comes across. Ryder tried to poke it away. Couple extra twigs get involved. Campbell couldn't quite keep it in. 2-on-1. Tabari, Bataro, and a shot is sticked away by Sommerfeld. Ryder to Corrigan. He takes it into the offensive end. He'll dump it in deep. Rockers will get some fresh legs on the ice. 3:05 to go, second period. Watertown leads at 3-2. Motor City trying to get a split this weekend. Rink wide feed poked in deep again by Blaisdell, but only for the moment. Blaisdell on the far side. Rockers controlling their own end. Blaisdell and Colton behind the end line. Near side, rink wide feed, banks to the stick of Chris Corrigan. Him and Ryder will glide into the offensive zone. Bottom of the left wing circle. Corrigan shot, scores! 2 for Corrigan, and we're all even here in the middle frame. That was a very casual goal for Corrigan. Got behind the defense and just a quick whack at it from the top of the crease. His second of the game. And with that, Chris Corrigan, he's having a pretty nice night. 6 on the year, 2 tonight. 3-3 game. 2:15 left to go in the second period. Puck was deflected out of play, but you felt like Motor City, they were circling the net. They had opportunities, and you give up opportunity after opportunity. Yeah, Anton Borodkin's been playing pretty well. That time, Chris Corrigan shot just a little better. He's beat both Watertown goalies here tonight. Tie up on the draw. Wolves working out of the zone. Gaeta had it, lost it, right in front of the Watertown bench. Coming away, Gaeta, right side, shot missed high and wide, rang off the back glass. Gullo flips it out and it'll stay in play. He flipped that nearly into the rafters. Shot from the other blue line. Easily saved by Sommerfeld. Gaeta pass to the low slot, and it's sent to safety in the far corner. Still in the Motor City end, couldn't get it over the blue line. Blaisdell picks off the pass, Colton to the far corner. Blaisdell battling it. In close save by Sommerfeld, he was hugging the post. Blaisdell to Wells. Rockers just use a minute to maybe get some fresh legs out there. Down the length of the ice, and that's exactly what they'll do. Gagnon, Stevens, Kabatayev, Milam, and McGill-Diaz. McGill-Diaz picks it off into the offensive zone. D-man shot into the belly of Borodkin. Still 3-3. Each side has struck once here in the second period. 65 seconds to go in the second period. It's been a fun one here on a Saturday night. Kabatayev keeps it in. Stevens racing for it. Wolves for the breakout. Ludlow. Into center ice. Milam nearly fanned on it. Stevens chips it just over the blue line, only for a moment. Sent over all three back into the Motor City end. 42 seconds to go, second period. Milam to the far side, it missed Gagnon. Kabatayev battles for it. Gagnon chips ahead. He hacky sacks it into the zone, but it's taken away. Ludlow Harris Jr. He goes down, and a penalty forthcoming. And there's a fight going on in the Rockers' end. Kabatayev throwing hands with Thornton, and Thornton whiffed so bad he nearly took himself out. Igor Kabatayev, I want to know what he was saying to the official. Here's what you see, and this was one of them had the stick still in their hand. Kabatayev stood tall. And we'll see what's coming of it. So there was initial high stick called. Kabatayev gonna head to the locker room early. I mean, he only has to wait 26 seconds for the 5 for fighting. Trevor Lord and Josh Colton going to hear the verdict. I'll be honest, I didn't see what started the fight, and no one in the booth really did. I mean, Nick, our cameraman, got over to it about as quick as he could. Let's take another look, maybe to see if it was behind the play, but I will say I have not watched a ton of Igor Kabatayev before he was a Rocker. But I will say in the limited action I have seen him, he doesn't seem like one to throw hands like that. So 2 minutes go up on the board. Here's another replay. So Ludlow Harris was down, and then, yeah, behind our camera shot, there was some bad blood there. So are we going to 4-on-4? Trevor Lord is not happy. It'll be a draw in the Rocker. No, it'll be in neutral ice. So I'm going to say Carter Thornton just cost his team a power play. 4-on-4. Yeah, that was going to be a man advantage for Watertown, and instead, the penalty to Thornton will even it up at 4 aside. 27 seconds till we go to intermission. Off the draw. Milam On the boards, near side, Rivers controls. Rink wide feed, hits off the skate of McGill Diaz. He lost the handle on it. Wolves on the attack, 12 seconds to go in the period. Lord, shot sticked away, near side, no one there. 9 seconds, Rivers and McGill Diaz can hurry over the red. Now the blue, Rivers on the forehand, shot missed way wide of the net, and zeros on the clock. The horn sounds, and we go to the third period with the score tied at 3. It's been a fun one tonight. Folks, I hope we get a better result than a night ago. I'll tell you what, we've had a better game to start than we had last night as well. Tied 3-3, we'll take a break, recap the first 40 minutes when we come back here on the Rockers Media Network.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
Security George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam,
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ, Detroit's Wheels.
Back here on the Rockers Media Network, tied at 3 after 2. Let's recap the scoring for you in the first period. In order for Motor City, it was Chris Corrigan. Then for Watertown, Davide Gaeta. Then for Motor City, Igor Kabatayev, his first as a Rocker. It was Corrigan's first as a Rocker as well. And then back-to-back shorthanded goals for Watertown. Ludlow Harris Jr. and Trevor Lord, down a man, each got unassisted goals for the Watertown Wolves. Gave them the lead, but then Chris Corrigan very calmly, collectively, took the puck to the bottom of the left wing circle and beat Anton Borodkin, who entered at the start of the second period, to get us tied at 3. Officially, those penalties went in the books for, at the end of the period, a high stick to Igor Kabatayev. I'm assuming that's what the fight was for. Then Carter Thornton got 2 for cross-checking, which, okay. And I'm assuming they're each going to get 5 for fighting as well. Apparently, they didn't assess 5 for fighting. Listen, I'm no expert, but if you look up fighting in the dictionary, I think that would pretty well describe what we saw between Thornton and Kabatayev. I mean, they were throwing hands pretty well. If that happened not in a hockey rink, I think you can qualify that as a fight, but just one man's opinion. Let's take one more look. If that's not a fight, I'd like to know what is. We're tied at 3 after 40 minutes of play. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more here in the intermission here on the Rockers Media Network.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's James, your Motor City Rockers in-arena host, back again with another 5 minutes in the box. This time, we're joined by Eli Rivers. Eli, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us.
Yeah, no
How's
problem.
it going, man?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
So, you've been like one of the leading scorers on the team. How are you feeling about the season?
It's been going well. Obviously, been getting a lot of opportunity here. So it's been good for my confidence, kind of to play in a bigger role and be needed on the offensive side of things. So it's been good. Just hoping we can finish out here and find our way into a playoff spot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's going to be tight towards the end of the season. We still got half the season to go, so still plenty of time to get those points. But let's talk about like your journey through hockey. Like, where did you start from? I don't think, are you local to Michigan?
No, I'm not local. I'm from Vermont.
Vermont? Okay.
Yeah. So I grew up playing. I started when I was like 2 years old. My dad played hockey. My grandpa played hockey. Everyone was involved in hockey.
You come from a long line of hockey players.
Yeah. So the pressure was on. My older brother played as well. So I was in skates as soon as I could. I had a hockey stick in my hand when I was a baby. So
that's crazy. 2 years old. So I have a 2-year-old son. I can't even like grasp the concept of him like trying to ice. I can't even get him to like leave the pantry like when he wants candy. I don't even know how you could like direct a 2-year-old, you know, to skate and all that stuff. So that's an impressive to come up that you started so young.
Yeah.
Besides hockey, like, so what do you do when you're not on the ice playing hockey?
I just hang out. I got a dog at home.
Okay.
So I hang out with my dog. I'm at the apartment with Trevor, so he's got his dog there.
Okay.
So we got
You got
nice.
the dog bonding there.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
It's a pit bull as well.
Pit bull? Nice.
Yeah.
I have a pit bull as well. So
Yeah.
The most cuddly creatures you could ever
The best.
encounter.
They're like Velcro.
Yeah, absolutely. What's your dog's name?
Bo.
Bo?
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that. That's
Yeah.
a great name for a dog. Do you do anything? Like, do you play video games? Do you watch pro wrestling? Like
No pro wrestling.
Oh, you watch no pro wrestling?
No pro wrestling, but
Don't judge.
I don't. No, I don't. But I watch a lot of hockey.
Okay.
I do play video games, but not religiously.
What team do you root for? You know,
I'm a Canadiens fan, so
Canadiens? Okay.
Vermont's kind of split 50-50. There's a lot of Bruins fans there, being in New England.
Yeah.
But we get access to CBC, so you get Hockey Night in Canada and Vermont. So I grew up watching Don Cherry.
Don Cherry with the crazy ties?
Oh, yeah. So my dad was a Canadiens fan, so he just put it on me. So I'm New England everything. I'm a Pats fan,
Okay.
Celtics, Red Sox, but when it comes to hockey, I'm a Canadiens fan. So
okay, that's very cool. That's very cool. So gaming, what kind of games do you play when you are playing?
Mostly sports games, a lot of chow, yeah. So a lot of hockey.
You live it, like you breathe it, you play it, like you're always like hockey 24/7.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very cool. You into any kind of crazy foods?
No, but I do like to cook. When I was in college, I realized I had to stop just heating stuff up in the microwave and learn how to...
That's the best stuff though. Like the cheap stuff that's all just preservatives and chemicals. I'm a chemical food guy. Like I love fast foods and like.
Trust me, I get my red 40 in me. Don't worry.
Okay. So what's your favorite dish to cook?
I love steak. Steak's my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do a little
ketchup, right?
No ketchup. No. Do a little compound butter on there and. Little steak and rice, that's the best.
Oh, fantastic. Get the protein, you get the carbs, so that's probably helps you out on the ice as well.
Absolutely.
So if you weren't playing hockey, what do you think your career would end up?
I was actually kind of debating playing or not this year. I just finished up my degree last year, and I had a lot of opportunity this year to coach some hockey.
Okay.
And kind of last minute, I decided I wanted to get out there and play one more year at least. So I started in Columbus this year. I'm not sure if you know that, and then I ended up coming here. But honestly, if I wasn't playing, I'd probably be coaching.
So you still got hockey. Hockey's your DNA. Like you said earlier, you come to the long line of hockey players. So Eli, thank you so much for taking the time to sit and chat with me in the 5 minutes in the box. Anybody you want to say hi to? Anything that you want to add?
I'll say hi to my brother because I know he's watching. He was begging me to do one of these. So.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Cam, your wishes have finally come true. So that's it for this edition of 5 minutes in the box with Eli Rivers, and we'll talk to you again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
About anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
Georges here. One thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
Up in front, shuts doors! SummerSlam now shuts doors! Here we go, snitching, and we got a full line roll! FBHL full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on!
What's up, everybody? It's James Campbell, your Motor City Rockers in-arena host, back again with another episode of 5 Minutes in the Box. This time I'm joined by Tristan Wells. Tristan, how's it going?
Good, and you?
Not too bad, man. Can't complain, can't complain. Now, I know back when they announced you were coming back to the team, again, social media blew up. The fans are excited to know that you're back on the team. Give us a little bit of history, because I know you were on the Rockers last season. Like, what's kind of your hockey journey been?
Oh yeah, I started with the Rockers around last Thanksgiving, and I got the pleasure to play with them for the rest of the last season. And then I started this year in Macon in the SPHL, and when things didn't work out there, I was pretty excited to get back here to Motor City and get back home with all the boys.
Awesome, man. Well, we're happy to see you back, and the fans are happy to see you back. What's some stuff that you do outside of playing hockey, like hobbies and things like that?
Recently, me and the guys have been going to the sauna at the gym a lot. Yeah, a lot of sauna time. Hop in there for about 20, 30, and then jump in the cold shower afterwards. That's been pretty sweet. Now, besides that, we've been just watching hockey and hanging out kind of in the evenings.
Hanging out?
Yeah.
So the sauna thing, like what do you enjoy? Is that like good recovery from practice, or is it just a good way to relax?
You know, I'm not really sure what the science is behind it, but it's just a good way to get a sweat going, get everything out of you, and I don't know, just hopping in the cold shower afterwards, super refreshing. I couldn't tell you what it does, but it does something for you.
I know you're from Denver originally, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So from Denver to you're down in Macon, that's Georgia. Now you're in the Motor City area.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite place? Like, do you prefer always to be home, or do you mind being away?
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I get to come home in the summer and be with my family and friends. So I definitely love Denver, and that's probably where I call home. But, you know, Detroit's kind of become a second home to me. I certainly like it here. It's a nice, gritty winter.
Yeah, it is. It is a very gritty winter. So, dude, first game back on the Rockers. You started things off with the bang. Hat trick on the first game back. How does that feel, man?
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It felt great. Yeah.
Very cool. You spend a lot of time watching hockey. So are you watching like NHL, like rooting for a team, or are you watching like game tape to try to see how you can be better as a player? Like, what kind of stuff are you watching in terms of hockey?
Like, I think a lot of the guys on the team will watch their own individual game back. That's kind of something you do as an individual. But, you know, sometimes we'll sit down as a team and watch that, and we'll do video as well as a team. It's kind of break down concepts that we need to master, as well as kind of the strategies that the other team may be having in place.
I gotcha.
And aside from that, like, we just watch, you know, hockey or football or whatever back home. Just like anyone else, just enjoying it.
Who do you root for football wise?
No, I love the Broncos. They're hot this season. Yeah,
Okay.
but you know, I also can't go against the Lions.
Yeah, well, not in this town.
No.
That would be a big mistake in this town to go against the Lions.
Nope, I'm a Lions stan here. I just pretend so I can fit in with the rest of the guys.
Little closeted Broncos action.
Yeah. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. What about hockey? Like, who do you root for in terms of hockey?
I love the Avs.
The Avalanche. Oh man, like that's rough.
Yeah,
that's a rough one. But I get it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a hometown. So it makes complete
we've been
sense.
pretty hot recently. We do all right.
Yeah. I think you might be doing a little bit better than the team we might be rooting for. But
your boys aren't too bad either.
Yeah, they're doing okay. So last year on the team with the Rockers, you were teammates, you know, with J-Mo Milan. How does it feel now that he's coach?
Fitting. Yeah, it feels really fitting. I think a lot of guys look to him to set certain standards and kind of give guys advice on how to play things and how to act in certain situations. And he's just got so much experience and is such a veteran guy that, you know, you can take pretty much anything he's got to say as word. That's how it's done.
It's awesome. That's very cool. Yeah, I think when they announced also, you know, when J-Mo was taking over as the head coach, like fans online rejoiced. It was very positive feedback on that. So
the right guy for the job.
Absolutely. Is there anything else you want to say? You want to add?
No. Happy to be back here.
Okay.
Glad to be back with all the Rockers fans. Excited to get back for a home game.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, good luck this weekend.
Nice,
we appreciate you taking the time.
Of course. Thank you.
Up in front, shut doors! Number one, now shut doors! Here we go, Snitson, we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. on Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on!
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
Up in front, shut doors! Number one, now shut doors! Here we go, Snitson, we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on!
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels is classic rock that rocks.
Metallica,
Guns N' Roses,
Aerosmith,
AC/DC,
Pearl Jam,
Ozzy.
106.7 WLLZ. Detroit's Wheels.
Back here on the Rockers Media Network, approaching the third period, and tonight's third period is brought to you by RJ's Construction Services. Head to RJ's Construction Services on Facebook or give them a call at 248-974-2640 for all things construction. RJ's Construction Services, a proud partner of the Motor City Rockers. Let's take a look at what's been going on through the first two periods. A 3-3 game after 40 minutes. Gaeta and Harris each netted a goal. Trevor Lord, the third one for Watertown. Bouchard made 9 saves, and Borodkin came in. He made 15 in that second period. Chris Corrigan in his debut with the Motor City Rockers. He's netted 2 goals. Yegor Kabatayev, he has the other one. And Bryn Sommerfeld in for the suspended Trevor Babin. He's made 26 saves and having a solid night. Both sides out, racing around, getting ready for this third period. Should be a fun one. Rockers looking to get the split. Build a little momentum before their road trip out to Binghamton next weekend. And folks, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not quite sure how with what went down, the only penalties assessed at the end of that second period were a high stick and a cross check. Now I'm sure those two occurred, and I know those two occurred, but I was surprised that was all the charges brought to Kabatayev and Thornton respectively. So we'll start 4-on-4 hockey. Rockers right to left, Wolves left to right. Deadlocked at 3. Let's see who comes away with the victory here on Saturday. Watertown looking for the sweep. Motor City trying to build some momentum, snap a 3-game slide. Dumped in deep. Oh, Sommerfeld near. Oh, I thought it was dumped in deep. Excuse me. Got a little presumptuous. Back in the Watertown end. Gaeta on the fresh sheet of ice. Clean pass to Trevor Lord. On the right wing circle, poked away. Nick Miguel Diaz was able to knock it loose. Back to Graspy. He flips it down, and the ice a little, while fresh. It's seen a couple of guys hit the deck. 56 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4. Rockers have been in their own end since the period started. That's only been about 50 seconds or so. Errant pass glides all the way down the ice, and an icing called. 19:11 to go, third period, 3-3 hockey game. It'll have to keep Gullo, Rivers, McGill Diaz, and Milam on the ice. Draw on the near dot. Rockers end. Gullo can't win the draw. Wolves control it, one touch. Back to Derschel. He banked it off the end boards. Wolves controlling play, first minute of the final frame of regulation. Into neutral ice. McGill Diaz ahead, Rivers got a piece of it. Rockers will get some fresh legs out there. Corrigan, Ryder, and Colton. All the way back between the blue lines. Colton controls it. I'll let McGill Diaz complete the line change. Corrigan chips it ahead to Ryder. 2-on-2, Ryder in close, and the ice a little too smooth. Ryder couldn't catch up to the puck. 5 seconds till we're back to five-a-side hockey. Deep in the Watertown end, battle for it. Back behind the net, Corrigan has 2 tonight, and he couldn't get to the puck. Here comes Thornton and Kabatayev in front of the Watertown bench. Into the Motor City end, and it is Josh Colton that sets it up. Fakes the give to Corrigan. Short feed to Gagnon. Over to Corrigan. Into the offensive zone, just barely onside. Smith tips it high and wide of the net. Big man battling down low. He helped generate the first goal of the night for Motor City. Gagnon digs it out, nearly from a negative angle, banked it off the back of Borodkin. 17:51 to go in the third period. Stays 3-3. Draw comes on the near dot. Stevens, Gagnon, and Kabatayev alongside Campbell and Rotundi. Draw to the right of Borodkin. Hops to the near side boards, and the Wolves working it out. Henning pressured. He slides it over all 3 lines, but Campbell the first one there. Gagnon in his own zone. Feels like both sides starting to maybe not tense up, but the crowd maybe tensing up a little bit. Look for Stevens, bottom of the circle, pass deflected, and Borodkin knocked it away. He wasn't sure where the puck was. Luckily for him, a Wolf had it. Henning got it out of the zone. It was tipped out of play. And the draw will come back to the to the Watertown end. Keep the same line out for Motor City. Rockers controlled off the draw. Gagnon, Rotundi, Campbell, and a diagonal feed banks off the boards. Picked up by Ludlow Harris Jr. He has one of the 2 shorthanded goals for Watertown tonight. Gaeta takes it away. Campbell rubs him off the puck. Kabatayev. Oh, he runs into Rotundi, and a chance for point blank. And nice job by Will Campbell recovering. Just inside the blue line to the near side. Shot banks wide. Backhand missed wide of the net. Igor Kabatayev along the far side, soccered ahead. Left side, couple of purple sweaters negate the rush. 16:41 to go, third period, 3-3 hockey game. Last night it was 8-3 Watertown. Rockers have been much better in their own end tonight. Back 5-on-5, they've only given up 1 goal. It's been 2 turnovers on the blue line on the power play that have led to Watertown's goals tonight. Along the near side boards, McGill Diaz, the first one there. He'll whack at it with the backhand to Milam. Gullo, bank pass ahead, neutralized. Miguel Diaz gets it right back. Gullo fights the puck. Banks off the Rockers bench. Eli Rivers in his own end. Turned over between the circles. Quick shot, and Sommerfeld controls it. Eli Rivers threw ahead. And Dustin Henning coming over. Wells to intercept the veteran. Doesn't look like any penalties will be assessed. That was a good clean hit from Eli Rivers. Going to stand in there and take that shot. Going to have to accept that maybe you're a little bit exposed. Gullo on the dot. He'll face Trevor Newman. Puck hops behind. Looked like the old bubble hockey when you hit the button and it pop up. Rockers have it, lost it. Still in the zone, banked off of Tristan Wells. Milam pushed from behind. He keeps the puck near his stick. Watertown, a little more time on attack here in the third period. Gullo has it, looking for a breakout. Rink wide feed to Milam. He takes his time, the savvy veteran. Goes to center ice. Henning gets away from it. Gullo along the far boards into the offensive zone. Drops it near side. Milam, he's looking for somewhere to send it, and there is no recipient to be found. Gullo behind the net. Over to the far side, Rivers. Milam, he goes down. Miguel Diaz walks up, shot deflected, and it's a race down the ice. Newman and Miguel Diaz on their horse. Newman gets there first. Miguel Diaz within an arm's length to the right side, and it hopped away from the stick of Trevor Lord, nearly bounced back to it. Excuse me, that was Mark Botterill. My apologies. In deep, Corrigan racing after it. Ryder comes to help. Got by his stick in front of the Rockers bench. Klink had a hat trick a night ago, been fairly quiet tonight. Chase Dabari behind the net, out in front, shot! Saved by Sommerfeld. I don't think he realized it hit his pad, but the positioning paid off. Smith on the far boards, hits off the stick of Ryder. He's working for positioning. Him and Graspy collide. To the far side, Colton keeps it in deep, 14-15 to go in the third period, 3-3 game. You can feel the tension starting to rise. Both sides know that the next mistake could be the one that cost them the game. 2-on-1, look out, Klink, across the way, scores! Quinn Shevers, and Watertown has the lead here in the third period. Shevers gets the go-ahead goal, and the Rockers are going to have to find another equalizer. That goal for Shevers, his first as a Wolf. So he'll get that puck for the mantle. Quick shot sticked away by Sommerfeld. In the far corner. Rockers working out of the zone. Campbell to Gagnon. Into the offensive zone. Gagnon whiffed on the shot. Gets it at least deep into the corner. Battling for it. Gagnon gets it by Kabatayev. Had a little too much steam on it. Turned over. Gagnon in close, poked away. Shot off the back of the net. Gagnon again on the forward check. Not a half bad shift from this line after the goal. Stevens keeps it on the boards. Goes back to Ludlow Harris Jr., and he will ring it around the boards. Horseshoes to the near side. 13-13 in the third, 4-3, Watertown on top. And now the onus is on Motor City to find the equalizer. Shot wide of the net. Back on the near side. Watertown has it. Lord back behind the net to the far side. Kabatayev races after it. Back behind the net. Rotundi to the near side. Rivers can't get it out of the zone. It's dumped diagonally in. Shot. A pass looking for Trevor Lord, broken up. Watertown feels like it has the momentum. Rockers need a spark plug. Stevens and Campbell knock it away. Here comes the Russian Kapatayev. 2-on-2 with Eli Rivers. To the middle. Kapatayev still on the forehand. Shot deflected. Rivers trying to get it back to Kapatayev. Milam's shot goes wide of the net, hits off the back glass. A chaotic sequence, and the coach nearly tied it up with about 12 minutes to go here in the third. Milam takes it away, looking for Rivers. Feed up to Rivers. 2-on-1 with Gullo. Across Gullo. Backhand deflected by Baratkin. Gullo back to Wells. Shot off the end glass again. Rockers have opportunities. Miguel Diaz sends it wide. Kept in by Milam. Wells barely assists with the long arm. And it's dumped down the length of the ice. A breather for the Wolves, but no change. Knowing that the media timeout was coming, a savvy ice for Watertown. 11:41 to go in the third period. Quinn Shevers, his goal, the difference. Rockers chasing one. You're watching the Rockers Media Network.
Up in front, shot scores! Number one, now shot scores! Here we go, Snitson, and we got a full line roll! FPHL, full line roll! Hell yeah!
Hey, this is Avery Smith from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electrics Plus.
$11:41 to go in the third period, 4-3. Watertown on top of Motor City. Take a look at the Empire Division standings. Again, top three advance, automatically put into the playoffs, and the 4 and 5 spots have a play-in game. Motor City in the play-in right now. If the season ended today, they'd go to Port Huron. Love to get some 3 points here and try to slowly work their way up and possibly build some momentum. Hockey, maybe the most chaotic postseason, just got to get a ticket to the dance. Wells into the offensive zone. He's battling with the linesman for the puck. Rink wide feed. Rivers, oh, he just couldn't keep it. Looked where he was going to send it before he had it. Wells out in front, and it's poked away. Miguel Diaz in deep for Gullo. In the corner, spins off the hit. Rivers battling. Gullo off the end boards, he'll chase after it. A couple of Wolves around him, and a bail from Colton and Miguel Diaz. No, they still have 11 minutes to go. Nearly turned over. Miguel Diaz has it safely behind his own net. And Gullo goes down, no arm goes up. Up to Ryder, shot deflected before it even got there. Bryce Derschel, solid defensive effort. Ryder battling hard. He was outmassed by Derschel. Turned over Smith. He's looking ahead. Over to Ryder into the offensive zone. Corrals it. Spins around. Pressure comes. Ryder lost a handle on it. And a whistle coming and a penalty for Watertown, and a befuddled Bryce Derschel cannot believe it. And the Motor City fans are going to let Derschel know that he's going to the sin bin either way. Means it's time for another Continental Electric Products power play. Proudly made in Michigan, Continental provides power solutions to industry. Continental Electric, a premier partner of the Motor City Rockers. Draw on the far dot. Smith, Corrigan, and Ryder the forwards. Colton and Blaisdell the defenseman. Wolves have it, pressured in the corner. They get it by a flailing Blaisdell. Chance to tie this game up. Rockers not just over on the power play tonight, they've actually given up 2 short-handed goals. That's the difference between leading and the current score, down 4-3. Along the near half wall, stick loose. It was Klinks. They will send a bomb pass down the ice. Sommerfeld backhands it off the end boards to Josh Colton. Smith at the blue line, pressure from behind, stick was lifted. Down into the corner, Rivers trying to set up the power play. Still a minute 15 to go. And a little more of that time will melt away as another clear. Turned over, look out, Lord scores! 3 short-handed goals in a game, and the Wolves lead by 2. No other way to put it, just a mental error, turning it over to one of the best scorers, not just on Watertown, but the entire Federal Prospects Hockey League. And now Motor City's chasing a pair. I don't know how many teams on the power have given up 3 shorthanded goals and have still found a way to win. But man, I'm hoping the Rockers find a way to get 2 more in the final 9.5 minutes tonight. Gullo ahead to Milam. He walks up, down low to Gullo. Back to the far side. Miguel Diaz fixed the shot. Near side, Milam clapper, and it was loose. Baratkin got back on top of it. 9:10 to go in the third period. 5-3, Watertown on top. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hey, band members, follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
Hey, this is Josh Cullen from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
$9:10 left to go in the third period. Rockers trail by 2. Let's see what's going on around the Fed. 2 finals out in Binghamton and Port Huron. The home team getting the win each time. Binghamton over the Hockey Club Benham 11-5. Port Huron on top of Danbury 4-2. Carolina leads Mississippi and Biloxi 3-1. Columbus on top of the Bobcats 2-1. And Athens, they are rocking out in the land of Lincoln. They lead the Dashers 3-1. 3 short-handed goals for Watertown tonight. Trevor Lord has 2. Still got 45 seconds on the power play. And Lord takes it away. He lost it. Sommerfeld over to Miguel Diaz. It was sitting on top of the boards on the far side. Half a minute to work up and out of the zone. Gullo into the offensive end. Left wing circle, shot punched away. Miguel Diaz keeps it in. 20 seconds left to go in the minor penalty. Milam lines up a slap shot, thinks better of it. Pressured, and he lost it to center ice. Nice job by Trevor Newman forcing the hand. More pressure. And Nick Miguel Diaz trying to cut loose, and a feed to Rivers was cut off. Miguel Diaz in his own end, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Heck, I like this a lot more. Rockers are ahead 5-on-5, 3-2. Wells in the far corner, battling for it. Watertown has it. Poked away to the far boards. Backhand perfectly to Graspy. Into the offensive end, on the forehand, drop pass, clink, shot rings the post. All the way to the far half wall. Would have been the dagger. Ryan Rotundi. In the neutral ice, Gagnon rubbed off the puck. Watertown looking for a penalty. Klink hit the ice. They wanted a high stick, no penalty called. Sheevers going at it with Rotundi. And Campbell comes over to play peacemaker. And we'll see what the result of this is. Are they going to take 1 or 2? Gagnon's down in front of the bench. Gagnon will go to the bench. Sheevers, he is upset. And are they going to send Shevers off the ice? Let's see what they do. Shevers going off. Both penalty boxes open. A Rocker's going to the box. Shever is still hot. There was another look at it. And let's see what the damage is. Let's take a look. So here's a hit from Rotundi. And that's, I think, what sparked the whole thing. When Klink went down. And then everything broke loose. So let's see what comes of this. And then here is what followed. Ooh, that stick catches Gagnon flush. You see right there, catches him in the chin. And then what you're not seeing is in the other end right now, Ryan Rotundi and Quinn Shevers going at it. 5 minutes up on the board for Watertown for Quinn Shevers. And I'm only half saying where can we decline the penalty? Or at least the last 3 minutes of it. So it's 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. Ryan Rotundi getting 2. Shevers getting 5, and I'm assuming he got a misconduct as well as why he was escorted off the ice. Our on-ice or off-ice crew is trying to get all the damage in. 2 different sets of officials are explaining to both sides what the damage is. So it looks like Rotundi will get a cross-check, and Shevers will get a 5-minute instigating, and an intent to injure, and a match penalty. Well, here's the good news. The Rockers will have 3 minutes of uninterrupted power play. They'll have to wait 2 minutes to kill the Rotundi minor, but at the 5:40 mark, they'll get 3 minutes of uninterrupted power play. Since it's a major penalty, they can score as many times as they want. The bad news is the Rockers have given up 3 shorthanded goals tonight. And we'll take one more look at what caused this. So here's an initial hit that was not called. All right. And then it caused the, I don't believe that was called. And then here is a high stick that I don't believe was called. It was Shevers on Rotundi later on in the sequence that drew the penalty. 4-on-4, ice is open. So a chance to get some scoring opportunities. Ryder, he's a guy you want out on the ice in this situation. The speedy Brad Ryder has it, backhand, too strong for Corrigan. Harris and Blaisdell having words for each other. Gaeta can't get by Blaisdell. Up to Ryder, over the red line. Trying to bring the Rockers within 1. Brad Ryder pressured off the puck, sitting in the zone, and it's easily sent back out to Gaeta. 1-on-1 with Campbell. He's knocked off the puck. Have a minute 22 left to 5-on-5. 7 minutes to go in this game. 5-3 Watertown on top. Campbell in deep, the D-man battling in the corner along the far boards. Corrigan went for it, and it slid, again, right to Gaeta. See, that's Trevor Lord. 1:05 left to go till Rotundi comes out, and it will be 3 minutes of uninterrupted Continental Electric Products power play. Right now, Lord, taking his time, leaves for Stephen Klink. Wheeling up the far side, Rivers whacks at it. Klink gets around everyone. Look out. Shot, save! And a second effort keeps it out. In the action, Sommerfeld knocked the net off its moorings. 6:27 to go in the third. (5-3) Motor City trails Watertown. Off the draw in the Rockers' end. Wolves have it between the hash marks. Drop pass, shot, kicked aside by Sommerfeld. Nick McGill-Diaz. Rivers at his own blue line, nearly turned it over. Milam in the offensive zone to Gullo. Works around, shot! Punched away by Borodkin. 20 seconds to go until the Continental Electric Products power play. In the far corner. Banked ahead. I don't think anyone realized Stephen Klink was behind everyone. Icing waved off. Sommerfeld will play it. 5 seconds till we get 3 minutes of uninterrupted power play. Since it's a major to Quinn Shevers, the Rockers can score as many times as they'd like. Let's start with one, though. 5 on 4 for the next 2:50. Wolves have it in their own end. Step one, get possession. Corrigan on the forecheck, near side. Down the length of the ice, it was almost as if they were sending the pass right to Josh Colton. Back to Blaisdell. Ahead, Colton. He gets pinned to the boards by Ludlow Harris Jr. And back down the ice it goes. 5 minutes to go in the third period, 5-3. Watertown with another lead, their largest of the night. Blaisdell over to Ryder. Controls it. Wolves very aggressive on the penalty kill. Blaisdell, near side Colton. Shot deflected out in front and a cover and a freeze. 4:44 to go in the third period. 5-3. Motor City trails Watertown. We'll get a timeout and 2 minutes and 3 seconds of power play for the Rockers when we come back. You're watching Motor City Rockers hockey.
Hi, Avery Smith with Motor City Rockers. My favorite thing about Crunch Fitness is their free weight section. Bench press, dumbbell bench, do rows, about anything you can think of.
I'm Chris Buys. We're currently on the IR. Crunch Fitness, it's got a lot of machines, weights, super beneficial for PT, for my injury right now. They got a nice turf over there too, which is super helpful.
George's here. But one thing I really like about Crunch Fitness is the tanning beds. Rain or snowstorm outside, I don't miss a day in the sun, so I'm always painting my nice bronze color.
Hey, this is TJ Sneed from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
.444 left to go in the third. 5-3, Motor City trails Watertown. There is a makeup game scheduled with these Wolves. On Sunday, March 9th, we'll have a new game on the docket. 6 p.m. puck drop. We'll be right here with you on the Rockers Media Network to bring you 3 in 3 that weekend for the Rockers. The Friday game is the Rock Lobsters, their one trip to Big Boy Arena, and then Saturday, Sunday against Watertown. 2:03 left to go in the Shevers major penalty. Force a habit. And off the draw, Rockers trying to find a way to get their first power play goal of the night. Another clear. Sommerfeld comes out of the crease to play. Blaisdell takes his time. A hyper-aggressive penalty kill from Watertown has netted them a trio of goals. Rink-wide feed, banks to Ryder. He can't get by Graspy, and he dumps it down the length of the ice. Watertown absolutely smothering Motor City right now. Ryder flips ahead, Colton, the captain, in close, had it poked away, banks to the far side, Corrigan can't settle it down, Ryder has it on his stick, back to the point, Blaisdell, 1:10 left to go in the major penalty. Right side, Ryder to Colton, has it on the stick, shot way wide of the net, Ryder grabs the rebound. Back to the blue line, Blaisdell, near side, Colton, shot, saved by Borodkin. 57 seconds left to go to a five-a-side hockey, 3:37 in the game. If the Rockers have any intent to even this game up, it's not a necessity they score at least one power play goal, but oh boy, would it help. Gullo to take the draw. He'll face Trevor Newman. Fairly consequential draw. And it goes right back to McGill-Diaz at the point to the near side. Back to McGill-Diaz. He's pressured on the puck to Milam. Rink wide feed, way too much steam on that. Gullo keeps it in deep. Wells and Rivers race after it. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Back to the point. Gullo, hacky sacks it to the tape. On the far hash marks. Leaves it back for Rivers. He walks up, shot, slides, rebound, and no one there to take a whack at it. Wells lost it, and it's out of the zone once again. 20 seconds for the Rockers to try to find a power play goal. Miguel Diaz fights it into the zone. All the way around the boards, Wells leaves it for Rivers. He tries to bring it in close, banks it off the end boards, kicks it to the stick. Miguel Diaz, right side, Milam. He takes a shot, deflected up and into the glove, of Anton Borodkin. 2:43 left to go in this one. It was 3-3 after 2. And a pair of goals for Watertown here in the third period, the difference. Colton off the draw, shot snagged by Borodkin, and we're at 5-a-side hockey. For 2 minutes and 39 seconds, Rockers looking for a exciting comeback. Wolves trying to leave here with 6 points. Corrigan gets the boot, Smith to replace him. Smith gets the win in replacement action. Colton shot, missed wide. Lord on the near wing to neutral ice. Gaeta, he's had a heck of a weekend. Across Trevor Lord, back behind the net. Blaisdell pokes ahead. Corrigan to the ankle of Avery Smith, can't play it, and Watertown has it in their own end. They can let this clock just bleed. Gaeta back to Lord. Errant pass. Smith to Corrigan, back to Blaisdell. Onside. Shot slides wide. Out of the net, 6-on-5 hockey. Shot, rebound. Stevens scores! Kyle Stevens. And we're in for a fun finish. 1:51 to go in the third, and the extra attacker nets 1 goal. Can it net another? Second game as a Rocker, and 3 different players have scored their first goal in the purple and black tonight. Take a quick look again. Stevens between the hash marks. The Rockers have life. Gullo gets it off the draw. That's step 1. Rivers, did he get a piece of it? No, he did not. Icing, that is about the opposite of what you want to see. Drawing their own end. 104 seconds left to go in this one. Penny chipped it in, controlled shot, and Sommerfeld will hold on to it. 95 seconds to go. Can't get the extra attacker on if the play's in your own end. Gullo to draw against Trevor Newman. Rockers have it. Colton looks for the bank ahead. Rivers, it was just a bit behind him. Rivers will at least take it in deep. Here comes Sommerfeld, 6-on-5. Milam in front, quick look, and it's sticked aside by Borodkin. Thornton at the blue line, dagger. Rockers battled, but again, the theme of the game, you can't give up 3 shorthanded goals and expect to win. Consistency, consistency, consistency is the plague against Motor City. There are times where this team is playing really well. There will be stretches where you go, all right, there's something to work with here. But it's just not sustained for 60 minutes of hockey. And so like we talked about with Coach Milam, if there was no talent on this team, that's when you wouldn't get as frustrated. Colton's shot knocked wide, and Borodkin punched it away, or I should say, kicked it away. Final minute of play. Wolves lead by 2, but the fact that this team does have guys that you can work with, guys that can play, knows you can get a little more out of them. And you feel like they're close. They just can't seem to put it together for 60 straight minutes. 20 seconds left to go in this one. Smith's shot deflected up into the netting. And unfortunately, it does not get any easier for the Rockers in their next couple of weekends. Their next weekend, 2 in Binghamton. And they have been red hot, would be an understatement, before they come back home. And it's Columbus that comes in for 2. And then the following weekend, 3 games, Athens and these Wolves again. It's not getting any easier in the next 7. And 14 goals given up on the weekend. Again, the 1 empty netter. Bit of semantics. Sommerfeld's still out of the net. 9 seconds left to go in the third. McGill Diaz. Sauce pass off the mark. And Watertown is coming into Big Boy Arena and taking 6 points from the Motor City Rockers. And at times, Motor City played well. There were times where they controlled the pace of play. But too many mistakes that they just can't overcome, and they fall 6-4. We'll step aside. We'll recap this game and more when we return on the Rockers Media Network.
Hey, fan members. Follow the Motor City Rockers on social media. On Facebook, X, and YouTube at Rockers Hockey. On Instagram and TikTok, find them at Motor City Rockers. For tickets, schedule, and more, visit rockershockey.com. Rock on.
Hey, this is Josh Cullen from the Motor City Rockers, and you're watching the Rockers Broadcast Network, powered by KE Electric Supply.
I'm back here on the Rockers Media Network. Wish I had better news for you, but the Rockers fall in their 4th straight game, this time 6-4 to Watertown. They scored first tonight. Chris Corrigan got us started just 91 seconds in. Davide Gaeta answered at the 3:23 mark of the first period, but then Yegor Kabatayev, a beautiful set of moves to bury the puck and give them a 2-1 lead. And then some mistakes that really started to sink the Rockers. Harris Ludlow Jr. forces a turnover at the blue line, scores shorthanded. Okay, 1 goal, not really acceptable, but you can handle it. They make it a 2-2. We go into the intermission tied at 2. Then, midway through the second period, again on the power play, Trevor Lord forces a turnover, scores on the breakaway. 3-2 Watertown. Even it up, Chris Corrigan is second of the night. All right, we're tied at 3 going into the third. Quinn Shevers got his first as a Wolf. Take a 4-3 lead, and then again on the power play. Just a mental error for Bryn Sommerfeld. A pass that was picked off Trevor Lord again, shorthanded. He buried it. That would be the eventual game winner. Kyle Stevens got one with the extra attacker to bring him within 1, but then Carter Thornton buried the final one to bring it to 6-4, where we would go final. Motor City loses their 4th straight, and folks, like I said, it does not get any easier. They will have to go to Visions Veterans Memorial Arena and find a way to pick them up by their bootstraps, buckle the helmets, and go in to what is undoubtedly right now the best team in the Fed and the defending Commissioner Cups champions. I want a few thank yous before we end our broadcast. Thank you to Nick. Thank you to Tate on camera and graphics, respectively. Christian, our director from Park Avenue Productions, does a wonderful job. Thank you guys for watching and bearing with us through a few technical difficulties. We appreciate you guys watching each and every night and making us a part of your weekend festivities. Again, tune in Binghamton next weekend. We will be back here at Big Boy Arena for a February 28th tilt against the Columbus River Dragons. Hope to see you then. But again, your final score, Watertown 6, Motor City 4. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend.